Support for this episode comes from Modern Football Technology. Modern Football Technology provides real-time opponent tendencies and self-scout while eliminating manual data entry into Huddle, DV Sport, and Exos. If you're tired of tools that are time-consuming to learn and perform inconsistently at best, then we recommend Modern Football for a fresh perspective. Schedule a demo today at teammofo.com to see a battle-tested tool that's proven to perform and deliver value. Mention Coach and Coordinator Podcast or use the coupon code CC10 to receive 10% off your first year. And listen to our recent episode featuring Folsom High School defensive coordinator Jordan Ersick to learn more about how the 2023 California State Champion uses modern football to dominate their opponents.
It's all about the players, especially in situational football. Which players are we targeting on 3rd and 3 to 6? Is our slot, is it our X receiver? Maybe it's our running back out on an option route. Whatever those are, we're going to carry our 6 to 8 best drop back passes. And that's concepts don't change week to week. We're going to formation them differently. We're going to motion to them differently. But at the end of the day, our quarterback feels very comfortable in a concept. He understands it. Well, let's go do it 2 different ways.
Today's episode is a segment from the Lawrence First and Goal Clinic from Andrew Dresner, offensive coordinator at Stony Brook, on 3rd down strategy. In this segment, he discusses the importance of understanding how many calls you need per game based on the previous season's data. This allows you to prepare the right amount of plays and practice them enough so that they are executed well on game day and you keep the chains moving. What he discussed in this segment provides a template for 3rd down strategy. For Coach Dresner, the plan always starts with personnel, and that will certainly come through as he shares his thoughts. Now is a good time to start thinking about how you will approach 3rd down in the upcoming season. Having a methodical approach allows you to really define what your players do best, how you will dress it up, exploiting matchups, and ultimately setting up your team for success. The link to this entire talk, as well as Coach Dresner's previous Lawrence First and Goal presentation on developing a freshman quarterback, are in the show notes. If you are interested in a defensive approach to 3rd down, we linked an episode with Blake Harrell, defensive coordinator at East Carolina, on winning the money down in the show notes as well. Here's Coach Dresner on 3rd down strategy. What you see on tape is a direct reflection of what you teach and how you teach. Video is important, but if you don't teach well, you're not going to like what you see on your video. First Down Playbook has been helping coaches teach better for 13 years. It allows you to present installs, playbooks, and practice cards in half the time with NFL quality. Coaching tools like video pairing, a player app, practice schedules, and wristband sheets have made First Down Playbook a program management system with everything in one place. If you're in a position of leadership with your football program, receive a free 1-week look at First Down Playbook. Call them at 512-814-6158 or visit them on their website or social media. Mention Coach and Coordinator Podcast or use the coupon code COACH24 to receive a $100 discount off the normal $700 First Down Playbook team membership price. Links and the phone number are in the show notes.
Appreciate the opportunity to speak at this clinic. This will be my 2nd year speaking. It's an honor to be speaking for such a great cause. I wanted to start a little bit with my background, and then we'll move into our topic for the day. I spent a lot of time in the Northeast. I started my career after I got done playing at Union College. I spent 2 years at Union. From there, moved to WPI in Massachusetts, where I coached the quarterbacks. From there, I spent 4 years at Merrimack College, coaching the quarterbacks as well as coordinating the passing game. From there, I took an offensive coordinator job at Pace University in New York. And I've spent the last 5 years in the CAA conference as a member of the staff at the University of Maine. In the last 4 seasons as the offensive coordinator. I recently got down to Stony Brook University about 6 weeks ago. So just talking a little bit about third down, two most important things for me on third down are making sure we include progression reads for the quarterback and making sure we stress the importance of getting through our progressions on third down. It's not going to be a one-stop shop. We're going one side of the field and we're going to our single receiver matchup, or, we're going to our field one-on-one. We need to design our third down pass game to make sure that it includes full field progressions, and really emphasize the importance of staying in the pocket, going through our reads, hanging in there tough, and making sure we get completions on third down. And lastly, maybe most importantly, is I'm always preaching ball security. We're not taking bombs away here on third down. We're being very methodical about our approach and game plan, and we're promoting completions and we're promoting yards after the catch. So keeping the ball within our possession, making sure we give ourselves the best chance to convert on third down. And then from there, it is what it is. If we don't get it, we don't get it. But, we have an opportunity to kick it and let our defense take over. Just a couple of things from last year, something that we were able to do at the University of Maine. We were the number one third down offense in the CAA. We converted at 48%. And that was 43% overall, includes some of the out-of-conference games. Over the past two seasons, no FCS team has turned it over less than we did at the University of Maine. So, really those two most important things that I talked about as being our goals, we were able to achieve those over the past couple seasons at the University of Maine. Just a couple things to strategy. And I think the big thing for us on third down is going to be really taking a look at ourselves and seeing within a self-scout, how many opportunities do we actually have in these situations, and making sure we're practicing the right stuff on third down. So we'll start every week when it becomes third down day, which typically that's a Wednesday for us here at Stony Brook when we're starting to work on situational football during the season. We need to find our tendencies that we're looking at. And I think every defense is a little bit different in terms of when they go to maybe a third and short situation, or how they handle third and long and third and extra long. I think, there's very specific tendencies that do come up when you're breaking down an opponent.
As coaches, we know that some of the biggest hurdles to our team's success can come from off the field. Your team needs support to tackle the endless list of expenses, uniforms, training equipment, travel, and more. But raising that money can feel like a full-time job. Thankfully, there's Vertical Raise. Vertical Raise is the premier online fundraising platform using innovative technology to create the easiest and most efficient system available. Raise more money in less time with a local fundraising coach who works with your team every step of the way to customize the ideal fundraiser. With options for online donations, digital discount cards, premium product sales, and even spirit shops, Vertical Raise has top-of-the-line solutions for every fundraising style. To find out more, visit verticalraise.com and we'll get you connected with an exclusive offer on your first fundraiser.
What I've included here are the typical down and distances that we get into on third down, where we feel like we need to create a plan and have an attack plan in these down and distances, because these are where the defense changes personnel, or they have a high coverage tendency on 3rd and 3 to 6, or a very high pressure tell on 3rd and 7 to 9. And this is where we've typically marked our line of demarcation on third down has involved these four situations. So to kind of go through them one by one, and really what we're going to focus on today is third and medium. We averaged third and medium last year. That was our number one third down, essentially to go. 3rd and 6.2 yards was where we average, and trying to keep that in the third and medium means we're doing what we're supposed to do on third and short, what we're doing on first and second down as well. So 3rd and 1 to 2, we average 1.7 times a game, and 3rd and 1 to 2. So we felt, in my opinion, we needed to have in practice 3 to 4 plays for that week that would make it to the call sheet, where we felt like, again, in this situation, we're going to encounter this 1 to 2 times a game. This needs to be our best stuff. And for me, in our offense, is going to be a version of a wildcat formation, a situation where we can keep our quarterback on the field, get ourselves in 12 personnel, get 2 tight ends on the field, and run 2 to 3 run plays out of that formation, where we are keeping our quarterback on the field. So we're not getting a mega pressure situation by the defense, but we're also getting our best player, his hands on the football in the backfield, whether it be a power or a counter, or even an outside zone type of play where, we're getting our guy out in space and we could take advantage of formationally, maybe something the defense has given us. Quarterback sneak. We did a study 2 years ago. A quarterback that's 6'2" in length or taller is converting 3rd and 1 or less at almost 100% clip. And I think we see that now. We saw it with the Philadelphia Eagles, and in the NFL, they're really taking advantage of that 1 yard and less situation. But that situation is always going to come up, and we're going to be ready formationally for a quarterback sneak. We're going to have our best tempo options. Maybe we get into a 2nd down and 8, and we get all the way down to 3rd and 2. We have a nice 2nd down play. Well, we're going to have 1 or 2 tempo plays. Maybe we feel like during that week that we're going to practice that gets us into a call very fast, take advantage of a misalignment by the defense. 3rd and 3 to 6 will typically carry 10 to 12 plays on a call sheet. And these are going to include our best drop back pass, the best plays that we think we have throughout the year, throughout the off season. It's all about the players, especially in situational football. Which players are we targeting on 3rd and 3 to 6? Is our slot, is it our X receiver? Maybe it's our running back out on an option route. Whatever those are, we're going to carry our 6 to 8 best drop back passes. And that's concepts don't change week to week. We're going to formation them differently. We're going to motion to them differently. But at the end of the day, our quarterback feels very comfortable in a concept. He understands it. Well, let's go do it 2 different ways. We'll carry our 2 best spread run game on 3rd and 3 to 6. That's our trips flex formations, our tight end nub trips formations, where we can really spread the defense out, clear the picture for our offensive line, and get ourselves into a spread run where we feel like we can out leverage the defense. We have great angles, and maybe our running back is, again, shown that he can get the job done in that situation. So we want to put him in that play scheme to give him an opportunity on 3rd down. We'll have some quick screens on 3rd and 6, 1 to 2. And ultimately, it's centered around our yak plays. Just because it's 3rd and 6, we can throw a 4-yard play, anticipating our player to get some yards after catch, because we can create that space for him by the formation or by the scheme. 3rd and 7 and 9, our 3rd and long, 3rd down will carry. We were only in 6 of those last year, 5.5 on average. So, we want to make sure that we are practicing our best 3rd and long plays, but we're not over scheming ourselves, and we're not overthinking it where we're going to carry 15 plays on 3rd and 7 and 9. If you're in 3rd and 7 and 9 15 times, you're not having a great day offensively. So we're going to carry our best 8 plays, and we're going to look for carryover. Maybe we have a couple great dropbacks on 3rd and 3 to 6 that we feel like really fit the defensive scheme on 3rd and 8. Well, I have no problem in maneuvering that call down the call sheet. Maybe it's not our first 3rd and 7 and 9 call, but it's a call that if we really like it on 3rd and medium, we're not going to get to it. Let's make sure we practice it in that situation throughout the week, and let's call that on 3rd and 7 and 9. Like I said, progression reads, giving our quarterback an opportunity to take a levels concept or to take a verticals concept where he can work his way back down to a check down. It's not one-stop shop where we're taking a one-on-one and good luck. No, we're going to work progression like reads. 3rd and 7 and 9, really like zone man directional reads where we have a zone side and a man side. Whatever our best zone progression is, if it's a levels concept and we like slant shoot on the other side of the field, great. It gives a quarterback an opportunity to make his read pre-snap and to work that concept. This has typically been our higher pressure down that I've seen over the last 4 or 5 years. So to give the quarterback an opportunity to get the ball out of his hands quickly, even on a 3rd and 7 and 9 situation, I think has worked well for us. And ultimately, isolations, even in these deep zone coverages that you might see on a 3rd and long that we're getting, we're still isolating. They're still giving us single receiver one-on-ones or single receiver to the field one-on-ones or matchups in the slot one-on-one. And I think it's okay to scheme 2 to 3 of those isolation type plays where you are targeting. There is an object receiver that you're targeting, and you can know pre-snap, hey, if that's the one-on-one, we are going to take the one-on-one because that's our best matchup. 3rd and 10 plus, average 3.2 these last year. So making sure we carry 4 to 5 on 3rd down. Love quarterback draw in this scenario. Give our quarterback an opportunity to stress out a defense with his legs. Switch routes, man or zone gives us opportunities to take advantage of eyes by the secondary, create leverage in zones create separation in man-to-man coverage? Or what are our best zone progressions to get through an entire 1 to 2 to 3 read by the quarterback? Potentially a gadget play, always like one on 3rd and 10 plus, whether it be a little bit of a throwback, an opportunity for us to take advantage of something underneath, create some misdirection to give ourselves an opportunity to convert in a situation that really the odds are stacked against you. If you are given access by the defense, that's rule number 1 in our quarterback room is if there's access, if the defense is promoting that throw based off of a rotation or off of a cushion corner or a safety, man, we're going to find a way to take that. That's football 101. They're going to still give it to you on 3rd and 10. Let's find a way to go take it. And again, we're going to be able to carry over some of our best spread run game in that situation as well.
Here are our winning edge takeaways and ideas for implementation. 1. Understand your 3rd down needs. You want to find the sweet spot in the number of calls you plan in practice because winning 3rd down always comes down to execution. Coach Dresner studied a previous season to know how many times each 3rd down situation came up in the course of a game and planned the correct number of calls accordingly. This is something Brian Billick detailed in his book, Developing an Offensive Game Plan. 2. Build the plan around what your players do best. 3rd down certainly doesn't change the idea that you want to get the ball to your best players. As Coach Dresner mentioned, it can be anything from object reads in identified one-on-one matchups or getting the ball underneath to a player in space to let him get it with his legs. Depending on what kind of offense you run, this may even be something from the run game utilized in situations where many teams wouldn't. I can think back to when we played a wing T team and their go-to 3rd and medium and even long call was a counter crisscross. It worked well and you could tell they practiced it a ton. The other aspect of this is developing the quarterback to have a read progression on 3rd down. Ultimately teaching him to get the ball to the right place based on progression will help the consistency in 3rd down execution. 3. Carryover is the key. This means both carrying over concepts week to week as well as carrying concepts across different 3rd down categories. The old saying, repetition is the mother of learning, holds true here. When the plan is installed in camp and the players get to rep it over and over, they will fine-tune the little things and be able to execute in these critical situations. You give players more reps when the concept carries over week to week with some window dressing, as well as when you are able to develop concepts that work across multiple 3rd down categories. Be sure to go to coachingcoordinator.com for enhanced show notes with links to related episodes and resources like Coach Dresner's on 3rd down strategy. In addition, we have articles with our winning edge takeaways detailed in text. Also sign up for our free weekly tip sheet, which highlights the best ideas from the previous week, trending episodes, and featured resources. Follow me on Twitter at Coach K. Grabowski.